You're nothing but a useless child, my father sneered while handing everything to my sibling. They deserve it. You don't. But as he signed the papers, the lawyer cleared his throat and said, Actually, there's something you should know. You're nothing but a useless child! Dad's voice tore through the room like glass shattering. The dining table shook as his fist slammed down, papers sprawled across its surface, legal documents, deeds, signatures already bleeding into ink. A half-empty glass of bourbon trembled on the wood. Ezra, my older brother, sat back with his arms folded, wearing the smirk of a man watching victory unfold. You deserve it all, Dad told him, thrusting the pen across the table. Not him. He didn't even bother to look at me when he spat out those words. Mom sat on the couch in the corner, twisting a tissue until it was nothing but shreds. Her silence wasn't surprising. It never was. I stood by the door, jacket still on, hands shoved deep in my pockets. My silence filled the air like smoke, unseen, but choking. Ezra leaned forward, eyes cutting into me. Finally, Dad admits it. About time this leech gets nothing. The lawyer at the head of the table cleared his throat carefully. Mr. Caro, before we proceed, there's something you should know. But Ezra cut him off. He stabbed a finger in my direction, smirk widening. Why don't you tell them what you did, Liam? The room froze. All eyes turned on me. I clenched my fists in my pockets, nails digging into my palms. My silence didn't break, but humiliation burned hot in my chest. My name is Liam Caro, 26, the other son. The quiet one. The shadow they never see until they need something to blame. I don't shout. Never did. I watch. I absorb. I bleed in silence. That's my role in this family drama. Ezra thrives in the spotlight. Louder, bolder, spoiled into arrogance. Dad calls it ambition. I call it theft. And now he's accusing me of something I didn't do, because he knows I won't fight back. Not yet. But what none of them realize, what not even Ezra suspects, is that I've been holding back a truth for years. And tonight, if they keep pushing, I'll let it loose.
Family members introduced. Dad, Harlan Caro, late 50s, thick hands, thicker pride, the kind of man who loves power more than people. He doesn't just want control, he needs it. Mom, Maris Caro, quiet, fragile, the kind of woman who folds herself into corners. She cries more than she speaks. When she does speak, it's usually, please let's not fight.
Brother, Ezra Caro, 29. Charming to strangers, cruel to me. He's reckless but worshipped, selfish but celebrated. Everything I wasn't allowed to be. Snapshots unfold in real time. Ezra interrupts. Don't bother. Liam never has anything to say. Dad waves me off. He's wasted years proving he's nothing. Mom whispers, barely audible, please, Harlan, enough. But when her eyes flicker toward me, I notice something. Guilt. She's hiding something. The lawyer sets the lake house deed down on the table, our family's last treasure, the one place where summers meant something. Dad pushes the pen at Ezra. Sign. It's yours now. My throat tightens. You always favored him. Dad's glare whips across the table. Favored? No, he earned it. You never did. Ezra laughs, cruel and sharp. Don't start crying, Liam. You were never cut out for this family. But I'm watching, listening. The lawyer's hesitation earlier wasn't about me. It was about them, about something they're not saying. And then Ezra slips just for a moment. Let's just get this over with before she changes her mind. I step forward. My voice is steady, controlled. What do you mean before she changes her mind? Ezra stiffens. Dad cuts in fast, almost too fast. It's nothing. Drop it. Mom whispers, Harlan, stop. But Dad silences her with a glare sharp enough to cut glass. Ezra recovers with a smirk. Don't pretend you care, Liam. You were never part of this family. I lock eyes with him, calm as still water. You think this is about money? No. I let the silence stretch. It's about what you all did to me. The room goes dead quiet. For once, Dad doesn't have a quick retort. 17 years old, rain pouring like punishment. I was outside the hospital, shoes soaked, shirt clinging to me. Ezra had crashed my car, drunk, reckless. Dad spun it as my fault. Said I let him. Said I was careless. The nurse said, insurance covered it. But it wasn't mine. It was the savings I'd worked 3 years for. College money I'd hidden away. Gone. Mom signed the release papers. She didn't even look at me when she handed them back. Inside, Ezra laughed from his hospital bed, cast on his arm, surrounded by Dad's pride. Outside, I walked home alone. The memory sits heavy in my chest now, years later. And the way Mom won't meet my eyes tonight confirms it. She knew back then. She knows now. The lawyer clears his throat again. Mr. Caro. Mrs. Caro actually co-owns the lake house. Her signature is required. Ezra stiffens. Dad slams his palm down. She'll sign. She always does. But Mom doesn't move. She sets the pen down instead. Her hands tremble, but her voice doesn't. No, not this time. The room fractures. Dad roars her name. Ezra stares, pale for once, anger flashing in his eyes. I see it now. He knew this was coming. That's why he rushed it tonight. He was afraid. You knew, didn't you? I say, stepping closer, my gaze on Ezra, his jaw locks. You knew she wouldn't sign, and you knew why. The room erupts. Dad shouting, Ezra cursing, Mom sobbing. I stay still, calm. Then I speak, voice cutting clean through the noise. I gave you all my silence. Tonight, I give you the truth. Ezra's voice cracks. You wouldn't dare. But I would. Because in my apartment, in a locked drawer, I've kept everything. Police reports, insurance slips, medical records. Every lie they buried. Every proof that Ezra ruined me and Dad let him. I drop copies on the table. Pages scatter like a storm. Mom gasps. Dad grabs them with shaking hands. Ezra goes white. And then, unexpectedly, Mom speaks again, her voice shaking but strong. Liam's not the one who should be ashamed. Ezra is. The storm collapses in silence. Ezra storms out, door slamming so hard the chandelier trembles. Dad chases after him, barking his name like a command. Mom stays. Her tissue is gone, her hands empty. She whispers, I should have defended you back then. I'm sorry. It's not enough. But it's something. I stand. My heart feels lighter than it has in years. They'll never see me the same again, and I don't need them to. I walk out into the cold night. The air feels clean, almost new. For the first time, I'm not suffocating in their shadow. But deep inside, I know. This isn't the end. Revenge has only just begun. Weeks pass. I move into my own place. Papers signed, not by them, by me. My choices, my work, my freedom. Ezra doesn't call. Dad doesn't either. But Mom does sometimes. She's trying. I look at myself in the mirror one morning, shoulders straighter, eyes clearer. For the first time, I don't carry their weight anymore. The scars will always be there, the memories too. But they don't own me now. They wanted my silence, but my voice, my truth, was the only thing they couldn't steal. If you were in my place, would you forgive, or would you walk away forever? Tell me in the comments. Your voice matters here. Comment your thoughts below. Let's share and heal together, like if you felt Liam's pain and strength. Subscribe for more stories of family, betrayal, and finding your voice.